So, like, Kanye and fucking Kim are in Ireland, honeymoon and are up. That's all I know. That story wasn't going anywhere. It's just that they're here on the honeymoon, whatever.
That annoys me that people are so obsessed about that.
I'm actually glad I don't know any more about it.
You know my opinion on celebrity worship and celebrity culture. Who cares? Who gives a fuck that they're there?
What's annoying me is we're having the best weather we've had all bleeding year for the last couple of days.
Oh, really?
It's really fucking pissing me off. Do you know what I mean? Because they came to Ireland and they fucking paid $1 million for some castle, and because they wanted to have the Irish wedding that their whore parents had, I think. And they're getting this fucking spectacular weather as well. Everything's fucking turning up roses for these pricks. Why can't they have the same fucking Irish weather that we've been putting up with for the last 3 months?
Yeah.
Shitty fucking raining sideways. Oh no, it's gorgeous when fucking Kanye are here.
I hope they fucking go bankrupt as well. Because
I hope there's an earthquake and the castle collapses on them, and just the whole family, both sides, all caught in one little mound of Irish rubble.
Just think about what the two of them are famous for. Like, he's famous for being a rapper, but he's shite, right? He's a lyrical genius, but he's also a prick, right? And then you've got basically a woman who is only famous for having a cock in her mouth.
Oh yeah.
And that's not me slut shaming. Do you know what I mean? That's not me saying, oh, she should not have had sex with that man, and she should not have recorded it, right? She can record whatever she wants when she's, getting pounded. Right? That's fine. She can do whatever she wants. But the fact that is why she is famous, that other people have now said, oh, she's a celebrity because of this. She hasn't done anything worthwhile to deserve the status she has. She hasn't done anything bad. I mean, she can sex tape, whatever. But it just annoys me that is the reason that people look up for.
Yeah, it's frustrating. I agree. I don't think she has done anything bad. She's done things that have annoyed me. That whole thing about selling her dresses for charity and only giving them 10% of the proceeds, stuff like that. But I don't think she's a horrible person.
No.
Again, it's one of those things where I don't actually hate the celebrity as much as the circus around the celebrity.
Yeah.
There's a lot of celebs like that where I'll say I hate them, but then when I think about it, it's not actually them I hate. Like One Direction. Fucking hate One Direction. But then when I think about it, I don't actually hate them. They seem like okay lads. They've got semi-decent singing voices. They have to, otherwise they wouldn't have got that far in the competition. But the way they're being treated like they're bigger than the Beatles, that's what annoys me. They talk about, they're bigger than the Beatles. Come back and talk to me in 40 years, okay? We'll still remember the Beatles in 40 years. Will we still remember One Direction? I don't think so.
No, definitely not.
Because teenage girls, they flip-flop. It's One Direction this year, next year it'll be some other shite band of X Factor.
It's like someone made a great point. Fred Durst?
Yep.
Limp Bizkit. He's a tattoo of Kurt Cobain and Elvis on his chest. Right? And someone said Fred Durst having Kurt Cobain and Elvis on his chest is the same thing as Satan having a tattoo of Jesus and Gandhi. Yeah.
Gandhi.
Like Hitler having Jesus and Gandhi on his chest.
There's a bit of funny we bring up One Direction. There's a bit of controversy about them today. Did you hear that?
No, what happened?
Footage or a photograph, I'm not sure which, of two of the lads having a joint in the back of a car.
Really?
Yeah, so they're talking about it. This is totally goes against their squeaky clean image and their childhood role models and this, that, and the other. But like most things, I just say, how old are these lads? 19, 20 years old?
Around that, yeah.
Like, if you're a parent of a kid who loves One Direction, you had to see this coming. They're not going to stay choir boys for the rest of it. It's like Miley Cyrus. Okay, we didn't know she was going to be such a tramp. We didn't know she was going to go that bad. But we knew she wasn't going to be the same squeaky clean girl she was in Hannah Montana. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You have to expect that. And as a parent, you either learn to say, right, one of these days she's going to have a joint. My kid looks up to her. I'm going to have to talk to her about joints. Or she's going to have a joint someday. I better not let my kid be still watching her. Okay,
yeah.
You like Miley Cyrus? You might like this 12-year-old girl from Nickelodeon. Try and steer her away from those, older pop stars. If you care that much, which I don't care that much. If my daughter liked a band and the band started promoting drug use or whatever, I'd be like, that's not cool, don't you? Let me just show you some pictures of some people who did drugs. Do you know what I mean? That's it. You don't have to say, oh my god, this is a disgrace. She owes it to my daughter to stay squeaky clean. She doesn't. She always
Yeah, no, it's just a controversy for the sake of controversy. Sure,
and in a sense, I kind of feel sorry for them.
Yeah, me too.
In a sense.
They can't live their lives.
But they also do kind of live up to that squeaky image, squeaky clean image. They enjoy it. They enjoy being this clean cut boy band. So they're at a stage now where they're going to have to make a choice. Don't keep pretending to be squeaky clean if you're not going to be, or try to live up to it.
Lads that age, they're gonna do things like that. Do you know what I mean? And especially because they were in South America when it happened. They could have been doing much worse. Do you know what I mean? In South America.
That's true. Yeah.
Cocaine and all that. Do you know what I mean? Especially if they were in Peru.
What about this guy in America killing the sorority girls and what have you?
Jesus Christ.
What's his name? Rodger or something?
Elliot Rodger.
Elliot Rodger. Did you see his video?
I did. It was fucking unnerving.
His little fucking manifesto.
He's one of those people that you look at and you go, yeah, he's gone and dead.
Yeah. But the thing is, like, on paper, he should have had women throwing themselves at his feet. He has decent looks, right? He has his youth. He has money. He has buckets of money, right? He comes from money. He has a family that's in the business, making movies.
Yeah.
He should have had his pick of the litter. And the thing is, he's talking in the video about girls looking down their nose at me. I'm 22 years old and I haven't lost my virginity yet. I'm in college. This is the time. When people go to college, you expect this is the time of your life. You're going to be having sex, experiencing new things. I haven't experienced any of that because none of these girls will give me the time of day. And you can see him. It's almost like I'd actually love to have spoken to the guy and for him to have this conversation with me rather than a camera. And for him to say that to me. And then I would have said, yeah, but you're missing one detail. You're a prick. You're a fucking a-hole. That's why you haven't got your hole yet.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was going to say as well. Like, it's not because... There's no other reason except for the fact that you're a fucking gimp. That's that's the issue.
And there's people talking about, there might have been a little bit of autism there, Asperger's syndrome, and like apparently he's been in therapy since he was 8 years old. That guy didn't need therapy, and he didn't need somebody to label him with fucking Asperger's or autism. What he needed was fucking his family to get him out of the house. Don't get him into therapy. Get him out of the fucking house. Get him socialising. Because the thing is, he could talk. He didn't have a speech impediment.
Nope.
Do you know what I mean? There was nothing particularly off-putting about him apart from what he was saying.
Apart from his fucking fucking personality.
Yeah.
You know, that, like, the whole thing about him is, like, you look at him and you go, yeah, there's nothing wrong with him, but he just is one of those kids who got everything he wanted and didn't know how to interact with people or share with people. That's the problem, and like he thinks that women should just hand themselves to him because he's got money. The reason she went off and was with that lad is because he was nice to her and had a conversation with her. He probably just asked to see her kids or something like that. He's a terrible gimp.
Did you hear about this thing with Ryanair?
No, I didn't.
Some dude on his stags was getting a flight to wherever with his pals. Got a bit kind of giddy and decided to slap an air hostess's arse as she walked by. And she said, don't you dare, don't do that again. And guess what happened next?
He did it again?
No, he didn't do it again. He apologized, said sorry, I don't know what I was thinking, and nothing happened. And she went forward with it, took it to court, right? Sexual harassment, sexual assault. And the judge said, you could be looking at jail time here. In light of the fact that you're going to be getting married next week or next month, whatever it is, we'll postpone the case until then because I don't want to lock you up before you get married. We'll let you get married and then we'll probably lock you up. We'll see how the case goes.
Jesus.
So, even if he doesn't get locked up, right? Even if he gets like a suspended sentence or something like that, he's still facing a lifetime label of sex offender for slapping an arse. They were talking about the radio and most people were ringing in saying exactly what I was thinking, which saved me the bother of ringing in, which is, it's wrong. He's a douchebag. Right? It's rude and it's obnoxious. It's not done, but it's not sexual harassment. It's not a sexual assault. You are not a sex offender. It's caveman style flirting. That's all it is, flirting.
Yes. Yeah.
She did the right thing. She said, "Don't do that," and then he did the right thing. Sorry, won't do it again. And that's where it should have ended.
Yeah. Yeah. But see, it all comes down to obviously it made her uncomfortable, and I think she took it too far. I mean, he did apologize. I would have definitely. Maybe I would have put her in some like, you're not going to do that again, you'd be kicked off, like whatever. I'm assuming they were mid-air, so.
Yeah, make him feel small.
Yeah. Well, like there's no I don't see the point in making him a sex offender for that, particularly when he apologised and obviously he was remorseful. And now to ruin a man's life because he slapped her. I mean, it's not like he raped her. If he had hopped her and like raped the shit out of her on the plane, he'd say, yeah, fuck that guy, throw him in jail.
Yeah.
But he did. He slapped her arse.
One interesting aspect of it, because a lot of people are kind of on the fence about it, because they do feel what he did is really wrong, although they do feel bad about him being called a sex offender. But what kind of polarizes a lot of people is when you come at them with the argument, it's feminists who are pushing this, who are saying, yeah, she did the right thing. But what's being said is, equal rights, women deserve to be treated equally, and that means it's not okay to hit them and this, that, and the other. So what's being said to them is, okay, equal rights. Let's put this to the judge. How would he feel if it was a man standing in front of him saying, that woman slapped me on the arse? Yeah. Would the judge put that woman in prison and call her a sex offender? Or would he go, I've never heard the likes of it? Here's what I said. It's never okay to hit a woman. Okay, we're calling it hitting now. He hit her. It was, from what I heard, it was a very light tap. It was a very flirty kind of, just a little tap. It wasn't a belt like you give your wife.